Okay, so this is take 2 of what if Deku was a Earth God, and where I left off, Deku was just waking up from recovery ghost nurse office, I guess I'll call it, after um, going in his closet again. No, recovery girl sent him home, and he started his training. And he basically learns how to make a bow, a sword, a shield, and he learns something I'm gonna call godly presence, and it's basically like Stain's bloodlust, but a lot better. Um, and that's pretty much it. Now let's get into the what else I kind of already did. Oh, where am I going with this? Okay, whatever. Oh yeah, and sorry for not recording. I was stuck, and I wanted to do a new what if, but I didn't know what to do, and I wanted to record part. I think it's part 4 of what if Deku had a permeation. Because Dragon King posted part 3, which he has some insane editing skills. I don't know if he had an editor or something, but it's like really good. Anyway, wanted to post for part 4, but he skipped all the way to the dorms and he didn't do a lot of stuff, so I didn't know like what to do. So I had to rewatch My Hero Academia, and to get caught up again, basically. And I do know what to do now, but I'm not far enough. Like, I'm not far enough to make a what if about it. So I'm going to continue watching, and part 4 will probably be out in 3 to 4 hours after recording this. So, yeah. Anyway, now we can get into the what if. Deku goes back into school after being home for 2 weeks in training. And he learns about his inner god, and that's how he got godly presence. And when Todoroki was about to freeze the floor, Deku jumps up with some vines and he jumps on to Spot. And oh yeah, because Spot is his support item. So yeah, so he jumps onto Spot and he starts running wall to wall with Spot. He runs right past his zero pointers, not even bother to take them down. And he jumps. Actually, he doesn't have to jump over the ravine because he can just run on the wall next to the ravine. So I don't think there was a wall on the ravine. I'm not sure. Let's just say that he jumped over the ravine. And on the mines, say that there is a wall, and you run right across those, that, or whatever. So Deku got first. And let's say the same canon team. Deku was paired with not paired, but like picked the same people from canon, to be honest here. But unlike canon, when everybody tried to go for them, Deku made a circular ball of vines around them. This is basically what I had Todoroki do in but I think he had permeation. But instead of them just playing on the defensive the whole time, every time somebody gets near the ball, vines will shoot out and grab their bandanas and pull them into the circle and pit them onto Deku. And I'll say 10 seconds from when time is about to be up, they let down the bubble, I guess I would call it, and they just see Deku's whole arms and his whole head is covered in bandanas, and almost everybody got out except like they're still going to be in the PvP. Best everybody that is in the PvP is still going to be in the 1v1. I guess I would call it, but they half of them did get their wristbands taken, but since there wasn't enough people for it to even be a 1v1, they let people like that had um 70 points and above keep going, because I'm pretty sure everybody got 75 750. So anybody that plays top 10 in the race was guaranteed to go along, but now it was anybody that placed top 30 in the race got to do 1v1s. Every battle goes down to Cannon except Deku's when he faces the mind control dude. Basically, the mind control dude sees I'll say a giant. What is a Earth-like animal I can use? What is an animal that's connected to the Earth like a lot? I'm trying to think. I guess it would be a bird because the birds always are looking down at the Earth. No. Uh, let's say like a Earth type phoenix, because why not? That's the only type thing I can think of. So basically a green phoenix, but instead of fire, it's made out of vines. Up here is in like a mindscape, and Shiraki's in the mindscape too. And it says, you tried mind controlling a god. How sad. And the bird is like the bird type creature slowly starts moving into Deku, and it just flicks Deku, and he starts flying out. Sure, I think his name was Shiraki or something like that. Shiraki. My bad for not remembering his name. It's just like he wasn't that like he is one of my favorite characters, I'd have to say, but he doesn't have that many scenes, so it's like it wasn't that hard to forget his name. So, yeah, my bad for that. Anyway, that happens. He gets flicked out the ring because he did get flicked. So he got flicked in Deku's mindscape, I'll call it. But if you take any damage in Deku's mindscape, that damage will happen that to your physical body. So basically, say you get punched, the force and the impact of the punch will happen. Let's say Deku's training in his mindscape. This is all just so I can explain it. Let's say Deku's training in his mindscape with Spot, and Spot pushes Deku. Whatever Deku is training, Deku would get pushed back as much as he got pushed back in his mindscape, basically. So when Deku flipped him in his like full out god state, I'll call it, that happened, and it basically looked like he got punched like from an uppercut. He basically flew up in the air and then flew back. So he's outside the ring. Every other fight goes down to Cannon, and then it's Bakugo and Deku's fight. And Bakugo's like, you're a really bad match for me. And Deku's like, no, I'm not. There's some plants that are fire resistant. And he's like, wait, what? And Deku just makes like a body type armor thing out of fire resistant plants. And then he makes like bow. No, I'll say he makes like a whole tower of vines, and then he makes like out of the like you just see his hand reach into the vines, and then you see him pull out a bow, and then you see him reach onto his back, and everybody that is facing his back, like the camera starts focusing on his back, and you see a vine pull out from his back, not from like his actual back, but like from behind him, and then it switches back to the front view, and then you just see the vine arrow shoot directly at Bakugo, and Bakugo tries dodging, but it wraps back around and hits Bakugo. When it hits Bakugo, it starts like wrapping itself around Bakugo, and Deku like clenches his hand, and then you see a rope appear from the arrow all the way to the his hand, and then Deku like pulls it, like the rope vine. It's actually vine. He pulls it, and he pulls, and then he grabs like a lot of plants, and these plants are heavy, and he ties it and he throws it outside of the ring. He throws it as hard as he can, and it reaches the other side of the like field, and it pulls Bakugo all the way outside the field. So Bakugo lost, and he doesn't get first place. And Todoroki says, "No, I'm a bad matchup, right?" He's like, "I'm a bad matchup, right? I have ice and fire." So it's not like it's plants that are immune to ice and fire, correct? He's like, "There actually is, because I can make plants too." So, and Todoroki's like, he says what he says in canon. I'm not going to use my fire side, and Deku starts fighting him, and he realizes that it's going, his god emotions, I'll say, come out while he's fighting Todoroki, and his god emotions realize that it's going to be no fun. Let me fix my camera. No fun fighting Todoroki if he's not using his fire side. So he says what he said in canon. It's yours. It's your quirk, not his. And Todoroki's like, it clicks, and he realizes that he's right, and he bursts that side into like his, I think it's his right side. I'm not really sure. Sorry, I don't actually. I don't I don't know how people actually remember what side is ice and what side is fire. As you can tell, I don't have a good memory when it comes to that type of thing. So let's just say his right side is fire and his left side is ice. That seems right anyway. So he shoots his right side directly at Deku. Deku makes a shield, throws it directly at the fire, and then makes a vine appear around his hand, and he shoots, and the vine starts emanating, like it starts pushing off his hand. It hits the shield, and it hits Todoroki's right side, and it starts wrapping itself around Todoroki. And this time, Todoroki's like, "So you're going to do the same thing that you did to Bakugo to me?" And Deku's like, "No, no, I'm not a one-trick pony." And he just claps his hand like this, and the vines start pushing towards Todoroki starts pushing, like he's not pushing himself towards Bakugo, to the Deku, but his body is slowly getting pulled into Deku. And when Todoroki gets close enough, he tries using his eyesight, but he realizes that the vines already covered his eyesight too. So when he gets right in front of Deku's face, Deku says, "Gotcha," and he hits him, and Todoroki completely passes out, making Deku get first place, Todoroki getting second, and Bakugo getting third. Bakugo doing the same thing that he did in canon, but just on third place, basically, saying, "I told you I was doing." No. Oh, to get out. Nigga, get the fuck out. Bye. Yeah. Nigga, stop playing stupid.
Your door is noisy.
Get out. Alright. Okay, my bad for the interruption. My big brother decided to come in my room unannounced, even though I told him I was making a video. So, let me see how long I have left. 32 seconds. Okay. I'm just going to end it off here. And what if deku is still quirkless will be ending because y'all stopped watching it. Part I think 4 was out for 3 days and it only got 3 views. So if any of the 3 people that still watched it, just tell me and I will be sure to make it. Still, just to say, put it in the comments. Still make what if deku is still quirkless, and I'll still make it for y'all 3 or whoever. Even if just one of you still want even if this one of you want me to still make it, I'll still make it just for that one person. Just tell me and I'll be sure to come out with it. And I'll be ending this video off here. Shadow Master signing out.